This video is not for everyone. It's exclusively for those who are tired of comforting lies and ready to confront brutal truths. If you're seeking gentle words that offer temporary solace, this isn't your destination. But if you're courageous enough to gaze into the mirror and truly see the monstrous depths within, then brace yourself. What you're about to hear will shatter every preconceived notion you hold about power, prestige, and societal structures. In the grand play of existence, roles are assigned from birth. There's the alpha, the leader atop the pyramid, drawing strength from the applause of the audience and the admiring glances of their followers. Then there's the beta, the obedient follower, finding security and compliance and melting into the warmth of the herd. We've been told these are the only choices: lead or follow, be the hammer or the nail. But what if there's a colossal lie at the core of this equation? What if a third power exists, a different kind of entity moving in the shadows, entirely outside the social hierarchy? No one sees them clearly, yet everyone feels their presence like a silent electric current in the air. This is the Sigma, the lone wolf, the phantom who walks among us but abides by no rules. They don't seek leadership, nor do they accept subservience. They play an entirely different game, a game the alpha cannot comprehend and the beta dares not play. Today, we won't discuss how to become a better leader or a more popular follower. Today, we'll dive into the dark depths of the ocean to explore the most terrifying, enigmatic, and controversial archetype in modern psychology, the Sigma personality. We'll reveal why the confident alpha tremble in their presence, why the manipulators' tricks fail against them, and why men and women alike are drawn to them with an unexplainable magnetic force. This isn't just a character analysis, it's an anatomy of the source of absolute power, power that depends on nothing external. Prepare yourself, for you are about to enter the mind of the wolf who walks alone, and you will never be the same.
Chapter 1. Breaking the Social Pyramid. The Sigma is out of the game. To comprehend the terror the Sigma embodies, we must first understand the prison we all inhabit unknowingly, the social pyramid. This hierarchy is built on interdependence. The alpha at the top relies on the loyalty and admiration of the betas to project their power. They need an audience to applaud them, followers to affirm their authority. Without them, the alpha is merely a loud voice in an empty room. The betas at the bottom depend on the alpha to provide direction, protection, and most importantly, identity. They feel secure within the herd and fear isolation more than anything else. The Sigma stands apart, observing this pyramid with a smirk. They see the invisible chains binding everyone and refuse to be part of it. They aren't a rebel shouting against the system. They are simply uninterested in the system altogether. They play their own game, with rules they set for themselves. And that's what makes them a living nightmare for the social order. Why are they terrifying? Because they cannot be controlled. Think about it. How do you control an alpha? Threaten them with loss of status and power within the group, and they crumble. How do you control a beta? Threaten them with expulsion from the group, and they submit. But how do you control a person who cares nothing for status and fears no solitude? You cannot. They are immune to your traditional social weapons. Their true power comes from a source no one can take from them, themselves. They don't need your applause to believe in themselves, nor do they fear your ostracization because they find power, not weakness, in solitude. This makes them immune to manipulation, blackmail, or intimidation. They are terrifying because they are unpredictable. You know exactly how an alpha will behave in any situation. They will seek control and assert their opinion. You know how a beta will behave. They will seek consensus and avoid conflict. But the Sigma is a black box. They are an independent variable in an equation full of dependent variables. They observe silently, collect data, analyze dynamics, and then act in a way that might be utterly unexpected, but always surgically effective. This mystery makes them a formidable opponent in any game, whether in business or relationships. They are terrifying because they reflect others' weaknesses. When an alpha sees a powerful man who needs no followers, they begin to question the source of their own strength. When a beta sees a man unafraid of solitude, they begin to wonder why they are so fearful. The very existence of the Sigma is a mirror that exposes the lies others live, and this is what makes them uncomfortable in their presence.
Chapter 2: The Anatomy of the Sigma Mind – Sources of Inner Power. The Sigma's power isn't an external display. It's a deep mental and psychological state honed over years of introspection, experience, and self-reliance. Here are the pillars supporting this formidable structure. First, absolute self-sufficiency. Imagine being your sole source of energy. You don't need a phone, TV, or people to feel pleasure. You don't need praise to feel valuable. You don't need approval to make a decision. This is the Sigma's world. They are a self-contained island. They don't dislike people, but they don't need them. Their only need is for themselves. This grants them unimaginable freedom in a world where everyone has become addicted to constant attention and connection. While you search for your phone charger, they are recharging their soul from within. Second, radical independent thought. The Sigma doesn't import ready-made ideas from society or media. They treat their mind as a sacred fortress, allowing no idea to enter without thorough examination and scrutiny. They don't follow the herd, whether that herd is political, religious, or social. They question everything, ask the difficult questions, and arrive at their own conclusions based on logic, evidence, and keen observation. Therefore, when a Sigma speaks, their words are few but impactful, like bombs, because they are not merely an echo of others' voices, but the voice of truth as they perceive it. Third, mastery of silent observation. While everyone else is preoccupied with talking about themselves and trying to prove their worth, the Sigma is in a state of constant observation. They don't just listen to words, they read body language, notice shifts in tone, and discern the subtle contradictions between what is said and what is done. They silently gather data like a sophisticated intelligence agency. This grants them an almost superhuman ability to understand people's true motives and uncover their hidden intentions. They know what you want before you say it, and they know your lie before you complete it. Fourth, calculated indifference to what doesn't matter. The Sigma is the master of their priorities. They understand that their mental and emotional energy is a finite and precious resource. Therefore, they don't waste it on trivial matters. They don't get drawn into social drama, don't participate in gossip, and don't engage in futile debates on social media. They possess a powerful internal filter that ignores 99% of the world's noise and focuses all their energy on the 1% that truly matters to them: their goals, their passions, their personal growth. This indifference isn't coldness, it's wisdom. It's a shield that protects them from the chaos of the world and allows them to achieve what others cannot. Fifth, a unique relationship with solitude. Most people fear solitude because when they are alone, they are forced to confront the emptiness within them. The Sigma, however, cherishes solitude. It is their workshop, their sanctuary, the place where they recharge their energy, formulate their plans, and connect with their true self. They don't get bored when alone because they possess a rich and complex inner world that they constantly explore. This ability to enjoy solitude is a terrifying source of strength because it means they can never be emotionally blackmailed. Chapter 3. The Sigma in Confrontation. The wolf bares its fangs. Despite their quiet and reclusive nature, the Sigma transforms into a merciless adversary when crossed or when a core value is threatened. Here's how they deal with different personality types. When facing the narcissistic manipulator, the manipulator relies on provoking emotional reactions to throw you off balance. They deliver subtle insults and wait for you to get angry or defend yourself. The Sigma grants them no such satisfaction. Instead, they might meet their gaze with a cold, steady stare, then fall into absolute silence. This silence screams at the manipulator, "I've seen through you. Your game is trivial, and you're not even worth a response." Or they might reply with a simple, logical question that exposes the contradiction in their words, making them look foolish in front of everyone. The Sigma doesn't play the manipulator's emotional game. They drag them into their own arena, the arena of logic and facts, where the manipulator always loses. When facing the arrogant alpha, the alpha craves control and wants to feel like the most important person in the room. They expect everyone to either submit to them or directly challenge them. The Sigma does neither. They ignore them completely, treating them as if they don't exist, as if they are a piece of furniture in the room. This disregard is the most potent weapon against the alpha because it strikes at the core of their need for attention and validation. It sends a clear message: you are not important in my world. And this drives them mad, shaking their self-confidence in front of their followers. When the Sigma decides to take action, they do so not impulsively or for show, but after planning every step in their silence and solitude. Their actions are precise, calculated, and terrifyingly effective. While others were preoccupied with trivial social conflicts, they were building their empire in the shadows, and when they finally reveal it, it's already too late for their rivals. Chapter 4. Can you become a Sigma? The Path of the Lone Wolf. After all this, you might ask yourself, am I a Sigma, or can I become one? The truth is, Sigma isn't a mold you fit yourself into, or a set of behaviors you imitate. It's the natural product of a deep journey of self-awareness, discipline, and authenticity. The path to becoming a Sigma doesn't start by imitating movie characters. It begins by stopping the imitation of anyone and starting to discover who you truly are. Stop seeking approval in the eyes of others and start granting it to yourself. Stop fearing solitude and start embracing it as an opportunity for growth. Begin today by spending at least 1 hour daily completely alone without any distractions. Reflect on your values. What do you truly believe in? What are your principles that you will never compromise? Question every idea and opinion you've heard throughout your life and ask yourself, is this my opinion or someone else's? Learn to observe people instead of trying to impress them. Listen deeply. Understand their hidden motives. Read voraciously in all fields: history, philosophy, psychology, economics. Every book you read is a new weapon you add to your mental arsenal. Practice self-discipline ruthlessly. Wake up early, train hard, eat healthy food. Every promise you make to yourself and keep is a new stone you place in the foundation of your inner fortress. And now that I have revealed the code of this terrifying and astonishing personality to you, you have two choices. Either return to the comfort zone of the herd, attempting to climb the social pyramid or secure a warm place within it, or begin today to walk the solitary path, the harder, lonelier path, but the only path to true freedom and power. Remember, in a world full of sheep following each other, be the wolf who carves their own path in the forest. True power doesn't come from leading the herd, but from not needing a herd at all. In a world deafened by noise and superficiality, be the profound silence. Be the exception. Be the Sigma.